What up, and what up? Salute to my brothers.
Absolutely.
Gunner, what up?
Tag, what up?
My brother Tag.
What we doing,
Make
OG
sure you
Wisdom?
check out the OG Wisdom podcast. You know what I mean? Being it live and raw from a Val Lagoon. Good show, my niggas. I love y'all.
Most of our leaders come out of organizations. You have to be a part of an organization to be an effective leader. But how do we determine if you're an effective leader if you don't organize the people? You can't just grab the mic or your phone, get on YouTube and say, yo, I'm a good leader because I think I'm a good leader. You have to have a track record of organizing people, setting goals and agendas and getting them done.
Yeah. Politicians I don't really like. The activism is different because, you know, you got a goal. It has nothing to do with politics. When you are activist, you know, it's for your people.
Make sure y'all get ready to tune in to my brother, my big brother, C Gutter and Tad, new podcast, OG Wisdom. Better tune in to that. A lot of jewels, a lot of knowledge, a lot of lifestyle, a lot of street talk, a lot of hood tales, real stories. Check it out. OG Wisdom, Tad, C Gutter.
Today on the OG Wisdom podcast, we're discussing the case that keeps us divided. A 14-year-old teenager, he's gone. He got deleted. A store owner who shot him had been found not guilty. Some people say it's just that justice was served. Others say that justice failed. But beneath the headlines, it's a deeper conversation about race, fear, self-defense, youth violence, and what happens when a split-second decision changes lives forever. We're going to talk about it. Peace, family. I'm your host, Brother Tad. We've got our brother C Gutter in the house. Gutter, when you're ready, give me the thumbs up. Peace, King. What's the word?
Peace. Excuse me.
Yo, everybody just tapping in. We want y'all to like, subscribe, and share this channel. We're trying to grow our numbers. We over 1,000. We're trying to get up to 10. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Our brother James Dog, our sister Brooke, and our sister Kay Fighter, who's out on assignment right now. She may join us later if she gets the chance. You know, life is life and out here for everybody, and family always come first.
Exactly.
Gutter, what's the word, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling all right, man. I can't complain.
Yeah. Have you been following this case?
Not really. Like, I get triggered, so.
Yeah.
I mean, but I know the basics.
Right.
And I'm sorry. I ain't have to watch the joint to know the basics.
Right.
I mean, you accuse a young black dude of something he ain't do and killed him and then got off.
Right. Yeah. For those who are not aware, 3 years ago, there was an Asian store owner named Rick Chow who deleted a 14-year-old young man named Cyrus. I forget his last name. It escapes me right now because I feel you got a lot of times it's hard not to get emotional about all of this, knowing that these are our children. But this man, Rick Chow, was under the assumption that the 14-year-old boy stole a bottle of water. So he chased him. He chased him down. Him and his son, Andy Chow, chased this young man and eventually deleted him, all for a bottle of water. But I'll let the news report share the details.
Where they shot him at?
Yeah. I mean, let's see what they have to say. We come back.
Tonight in Columbia, South Carolina, following the shooting death of a 14-year-old boy who was falsely accused of shoplifting. The gas station owner, who has a history of confrontations with customers, has been charged with murder. CBS's Nicole Skanga reports the community is fed up with yet another senseless loss of life.
Mourners protested outside this convenience store in Columbia, South Carolina, to remember 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton, who was shot and killed the night before by the store owner. Hours later, rioters broke in, smashing merchandise and toppling shelves, angry over the loss of another young black life.
It was nothing but looting, just plain, pure looting. And what does that got to do with that 14-year-old?
According to the sheriff, on Sunday night, Belton took water bottles from a cooler before putting them back. The store's owner, 58-year-old Rick Chow, thought he was stealing. After they argued, Belton left and was chased down the street by Chow and his son. Then Chow observed what looked to be a firearm, pulled out his Glock, and fired one shot, hitting the 14-year-old in his back, piercing his heart. The boy's gun was found at the scene.
We believe he had a gun, but we don't believe he pointed at him, and that's the key to it.
Chow is now being held on one charge of murder. The sheriff says the store owner has a history of incidents involving customers, including a shooting in 2018, which was deemed self-defense and for which Chow was not charged. Nada Rutherford is not only the coroner who witnessed Belton's autopsy, but a community member and mother.
It is exhausting to see young black men being killed. It's exhausting to see any person being killed with gun violence.
Behind me, the gas station now boarded up. The 14-year-old's first name, Cyrus, spray painted on its walls. Now, Belton graduated from the 8th grade just last week. His school principal describes him as full of light and humor. Nora?
Nicole Skanga, thank you.
Rest in peace, little brother Cyrus Belton. Gutter, what's your thoughts, man?
The media called him a man, bro. Even the coroner said, young black, that's not a man, that's a little boy. Like, even back in the days, you're not a man until you was 15.
Right.
Even if you go to the old ways, you know what I'm saying? That's your rite of passage and all that. You 15. So he's still a little boy, my nigga. So
yeah.
you just see how they gonna paint us anyway.
Yeah. They bring up the fact that he had a weapon on him. Also that he didn't point it, but I watch how the officer opened the conversation with looting, automatically criminalizing the protesters who's upset about it. Of course, we're gonna shut short stores down.
Yeah, because they ain't our shit. We want you to pay. That's
And
the whole
in the spirit of revolution in America.
That's revolution by white people.
Yeah,
and you gotta remember,
when we left them plantations, we burnt the cotton fields.
Yeah, listen, a most famous joint is looting.
Oh, of course,
the Boston Tea Party. They most famous joint, and they painted themselves as indigenous people.
Yeah.
So and they tell you this in their history.
Yes.
So what is you telling us that what we doing is wrong when you did it to the king?
Yeah. Yeah. And I find it funny that, as you said, they paint him as a man, but anytime something goes on with their people,
he's just a little boy. Yeah, he's a child.
He's a child. He's even a 20-year-old child. He's a 22-year-old child.
Yeah, a grown man, but he's a child.
And I mean, I laugh to keep from crying because just repeat. Trayvon Martin, repeat.
Oh, yeah, we know what it
is.
Rice,
repeat.
And what it is we got too many people in our community that don't know how to cut that switch on. It ain't nothing against you, but you know what I'm saying? You will have to pay the price. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to have that cutoff switch, bro. Yeah, it's like even if it's nothing against an individual, we got to be in solidarity, just like they come in solidarity. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not going to paint him as all Asians because you got different kind of Asians and they got their different ones. You know what I'm saying? but mostly Chinese, Koreans. Those are the main two that we always, and Vietnamese, the ones we come in contact with the most.
Right. Because we ain't got too many Japanese in the hood like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in our hoods, that's what I mean.
Right, yeah.
I'm not saying like we don't come in contact with other Asians, but I'm talking about
right. But we deal with them mostly. Yes.
Yeah, that's mainly in our hoods that have businesses. Those are those individuals, and we've always had tensions going back, at least as far as I've been alive. I can't speak on all that 1850s and all that shit.
Yeah, right.
I can speak on
go by your personal experience.
Yeah, I can go by from me being around. We've always had issues with the Asian community and the Black community, and it's mainly by business owners.
Yeah, and it's funny that Spike Lee highlighted that and Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
You know, that was part of it, that we pretty much don't have no friends. You know what I'm saying? How the Korean store owner was treating the people, even the Minister Society, when old dog had the clap, she followed him.
Start burning down. We the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember when they trash Sal shit? We the same. We the same. No.
Yeah. All of a sudden.
And that's how it goes. And people don't, like, our people don't pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? We don't pay attention and have more solidarity. And even though it's harder for us, but we got to pool our resources and do shit together.
Yeah. Our sister K Fighter's in the chat. She said, did you know there were Siamese twins, the Bunker brothers, were slave owners in America? I didn't know that, Gutter. I think I heard about it before, but, you know, our sister be doing her research, and she mentioned it on the show Thursday night. Shout out to the panel of Thorough Black Talk Worldview. If you don't get a chance, check that out every Thursday, where our sister K Fighter definitely goes in depth. You know, in New York City, he said, "Be black too, and do the right thing." Yeah, that Asian guy. But Gutter, what I want to ask you, I mean, I know you familiar with the law, you know, through personal experiences, but how could they see this as self-defense? Like, what loophole? Because one thing I know around the country, if somebody's retreating, you cannot pop them in the back. I don't care if they had a weapon or not. Once the person is retreating.
The fucked up thing about it is the jury. The jury make the decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a jury trial. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm wondering, what did they hear?
You know, he had a black lawyer. So, you know, the nigga painted the picture, you know. We good at painting a picture. So he painted a better picture than, and then you got to think about it. The DA probably ain't want to do it. That's the same shit with the with Zimmerman. Yeah. How they fucked up the charges and charged him, had to recharge him and all that, and they didn't really want to find him guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just had to do it. It's the same shit like, you know, like they did Zimmerman with Trayvon.
Yeah, because I know the prosecution was arguing that it's self-defense, you know. I mean, rather that it wasn't self-defense because the quote-unquote threat was fleeing down the street. Now, having similar cases, I know that you can't claim that. I'm not sure how South Carolina laws work in terms of self-defense. In New York, it's not self-defense. New York, it's called justification.
They probably had that stand your ground joint.
Yeah. But
you know what I mean?
To your point about our folks being aware. Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know the laws, so that's the only thing I'm assuming. That for them to be able to say he was self-defense, he was in fear for his life, so he stood his ground, and you know they make up shit to get away with killing us.
Yeah,
you know that shit was made for.
Yeah. So the sad part, right, is that now you have these Asian folks coming out really trying to give us talk about accountability, and China Mac being one of them, which I thought was real weird for him to say something. I'm gonna try to find his video. But I've really never been a China Mac fan. I can't tell you a China Mac song. You ever met him?
No, he rap.
Yeah, he's a Chinese dude who raps.
No, I know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know he rapped. I just saw him on the internet. So and he was talking about hell.
Yeah. He's supposed to.
I didn't know he was no rapper. So
yeah. But I want to play this video to show the family how these people really feel about us, because sometimes we think we really have friends and people of other nationalities. And though our intentions are often good, other people give people enough time to talk, they will let you know how they really feel about you. Listen to this dude, and we're going to come right back to
Black
it.
community says, let's
please
do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the Black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not in neighborhoods. We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty-ass attitudes, okay? Please, boycott Asian business. I'm all for it. I love when the Black community...
Yeah,
I say he's a bozo. I don't even know who that goofy is. Never heard of him, but that's typical. They like being around the culture, but then they closeted racism come out. They closeted not racism, anti-blackness.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, they closet anti-blackness come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of things was stereotypical.
It's jealousy.
Yeah,
bro, I'm gonna tell you something. This is with everybody. Like white people, Asians, the Spanish speaking community. They jealous. They even jealous of their own Black people. That's why they hide them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You understand that it's Black people in every community around the world that been there before them communities started. And they know that.
Right.
So once they got them out the way, like they jealous because they could never create anything that they did.
Right. Created, they just copy, and that's why I thought it was funny that the
recipients of everything that came before them, and then you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, from the dry cleaners to us having our own beauty parlors, So him talking about doing nails, the stereotype of the liquor stores, the stereotype of the shower caps. Like, we don't need that. And we had all that prior to Asians coming. Yeah. And they create inferior products that make it cheap and accessible for Black folks here in America.
Was buying it because it's cheaper.
Exactly.
When you at the lowest economic rung, you're gonna buy. That's the same thing with food. That's why we got a bunch of fat lard asses running around. Nah, that's real shit.
Nah, this is the way you said it.
Yeah.
Shit on the big girls. Shit on the big people.
It ain't just girls, it's dudes running around here with B cups and all that. Out of line. You know what I mean?
Hold on, you said the dudes with B cups?
Yeah. So, that's because they can't afford to buy the healthy shit. because it's expensive in America. If you're not growing it, it's expensive. And that's what we got to go back to doing too. When I came up, like I lived in Mississippi, everybody had a garden. There were no flowers and all that shit. Motherfuckers was growing shit to eat.
Yeah.
So they ain't have to always go in front of them white people. And you know what I'm saying? You know, it was still like white people were still acting, you know, they were still acting shitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew, like, we knew where we was at. So I'm saying, yeah, I'm just saying that to say, you know, the shit that we ended up dealing with them, it was because it's cheap. This nigga, you said Hyundais and Hondas, and nigga, that shit is not no shit that we strive.
Ain't no flex. Like,
no car that no nigga from the hood is like, yo, I can't wait to get a Honda Accord or a Hyundai. Get the fuck out of here. See, that speaks, he has to be Korean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then they gotta be, my nigga, like nobody wants, like, only thing you really got going for you is that PS.
The PlayStation, right?
Yeah. Nigga, nigga,
yeah, he's saying Jordan's like that's a flex. And Michael Jordan is a black man.
Yeah.
You know? And there's other manufacturers around.
Nigga, you not making them, you too old to make them shits. That's for 8 to 12-year-olds make Jordan. Make them shits there. The fuck is you talking about? You too old. You aged out long ago. You know what I'm saying? On the Jordans, yeah. You breaking rocks or doing some shit like that, some repetitive shit. Fuck is you talking about?
He said breaking rock. Yo, here's the dude, China Mac, and what he has to say as if he's holding black people down. Play the video. We gonna come back to this.
You can't say something is wrong, then add a but. Like that, that's crazy. Like, my nigga. All right, keep that shit then.
I know y'all looking for accountability from the Asian community regarding Rick Chow and the murder that he committed. So on behalf of the Asian community, I take accountability for this man's actions. He was absolutely wrong for chasing Cyrus once Cyrus left the store. They wasn't even sure if the kid did anything wrong, which it turned out he didn't do anything wrong. So they chased him for nothing. But even if he did steal a bottle of water, 2 bottles of water, or 10 bottles of water, once he leaves the store, you don't chase. You're not only putting other people's lives at risk, you're putting you and your son's lives at risk. All for what? A bottle of water? So yeah, fuck that. He's wrong. And I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm standing on it. Black people, I know y'all looking for accountability from the Asian.
All right, I need to find the other video. Because in the video, right, Gutter?
Yeah, he gonna hit the butt. Like what?
Yeah, but he said black people, just like I'm being accountable, y'all got to be accountable for when black people attack Asians. And I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
So he pretty much minimized his attempt to articulate his point.
That's almost like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you can keep that, my nigga. But
yeah, but I'm quite sure
he showed this shit, you know, about some dude came out his crib and dudes hit him and he hit him so hard he died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
you know, Chinese remind me, yo, this nigga.
Oh man, he said reminds him of happy endings.
Yo, this nigga is nuts.
But now see, this is why political education is important. That we have to know what we asking for when we start discussing politics and things like that. Because Asian people got an Asian hate, anti-Asian crime bill. They got an Asian hate crime bill, and we still fighting for our crime bills as well as reparations. So these are the things we're talking about, because people who are in position, as you said, Gutter, these are business owners that are deleting our children. But we're not going to act like black people never had businesses. And this is why some people constantly condemn the civil rights movement, because a lot of black businesses left the community once civil rights laws were passed. Because when everything was segregated, we had to keep our money in our community.
And we had to own the property. So once it integrated, then these other motherfuckers was like, yeah, this is a spot where we can outprice we can buy these niggas property. You know what I'm saying? Or get the government to kick them off, or find some
government subsidies.
There's some underhanded way to get rid of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Out this community. You know what I'm saying?
It's still under the label of people of color and minorities. That's why I don't subscribe to that. I'm just straight black.
No, I'm black. I don't, bro. That sound like color. Don't. Like,
fancy way to call us colored people.
Yeah, you might as well. Exactly.
You people of color.
What the fuck is the difference, my nigga? We all got color. Even white people got color. They fucking pink. They look like hogs. They the complexion of hog. You know the hog. What's the hog from the wisp and the willow? Whatever this shit. With the spider. Remember that
Charlotte
shit?
Web?
Yeah, Charlotte Web. Exactly. Yeah, remember the pink ass? They got color. Yeah, they the color of Wilbur. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like, they the color.
But everybody has color.
That's the only. Yeah, everybody got color. What the fuck you mean? And if you really want to be honest, they got more colors than anybody.
Tell them why.
Get out a white person.
Turn red.
Turn red, green, yellow. Like when that shit start, hey, gonna get black. Then it's gonna be yellow, red, green, purple, mad colors, my nigga.
Yeah.
So like that's the real color. Like, he got the damn near the rainbow. The black just gonna fade though. He can't keep that.
Right.
The other colors gonna stay until he fully go
get
back.
Cold, he turn blue. Get sick, he turn green. Scared, he turn yellow. Smack him, he turn red.
Red, then the rainbow color. Once it start healing, you smack them good enough. Yeah. Especially if you jab them in the eye, give them a nice shiner. That shit gonna be.
But see, this is the trick of racism that got so many people buying into it, because when they say people of color or they quote unquote minority groups, these people try to lump themselves in with us, but then try to keep us down.
But then even people of color, then
I don't subscribe.
That still puts white people on a pedestal. Like, what type of ignorant shit is that? People of color than white people. So that means they up here and all of us lump. No, yeah, he's a fucking moron. I am never going for that one, my nigga. That POC shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going for that. I'm black, nigga.
And you know what was unfortunate? You know, like I said, rest in peace to the little brother. But it was, I'm trying to be as sensitive as possible. But when the mother talked about black and brown people, you know, I speak for black people, let brown people speak for brown people. You know, if we proved on this show time and time again, that coalition do not exist. It sounds good, rhetorical, black and brown people. But the fact of the matter is, we in this by ourselves.
Let's put it like this. You will have a section of the brown community that identifies with a blackness. That is the vast minority.
Yeah.
In the brown community. That's the vast minority. You even have ones that you can clearly see the phenotype, you know what I mean? And they don't claim it. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand that within that culture, it got a caste system. So
yes, they do.
So the ones that are at the bottom and know who they are, but they have no power within politics and anything like that. Media, that's why they don't get seen like that.
Yeah.
Or if they do get seen, they do a Sammy Sosa, this nigga, and Michael Jackson his way, and he ain't got what's that shit is? Vitiligo.
Yeah.
He just bleached, my nigga. At least Mike had an excuse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mike had a real excuse, nigga. You don't, nigga. You turn straight white with an afro.
But And you know what's crazy, Gutter? Because it's like colonized minds. Because to your point, you know, there's a caste system within that. And the only thing that really separates us are the languages. So even when they say brown people, we know they're talking about Latino or Spanish people. But some of them, you won't know their nationality unless they open their mouth.
Yeah.
You think it's a black person until he opened his mouth and he's speaking straight Spanish.
Exactly.
I've had Spanish people come up to me speaking Spanish like I'm a boy quiet. I'm like, yo, it's like, yo, I don't speak of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I done had it, bro, numerous times.
So it's only the language that separates us, not necessarily the phenotype, the ethnicity.
No, because at least the ones we encounter, because we're in a city where 9 times out of 10, the lower rungs of them societies going to end up coming where we come.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But they so fucked up in the mindset is where they don't identify with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to remember, Haiti helped free damn near all of South America. Bolivia, all that shit.
Only turn around to get a foot.
Yeah, to get fucked around. Yeah, to get fucked around. And like they promised to free the slaves, but they did some backhanded shit. And you know,
yeah,
that's it. You know what I mean? So, and we got a caste system here. We just don't realize it. It's like the colorism.
Yeah, the colorism, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And I've never subscribed to that, you know, because I got the rainbow in my family.
No, but you like that's my mom's mad. My mom's was mad light skinned and was super black. You know what I'm saying? So you like, and then you had those like even with dark skinned people. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was leery of light skinned people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because usually back then, nigga, that was from nigga, you come from somebody, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You one of them crackers. You know what I'm saying? You related to one of them crackers. We don't
and identify with them more.
Yeah, we don't know if you infiltrate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of trauma we dealing with due to being enslaved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then
and that's why that's why we're dealing with foreigners. It's important that we stay 10 toes down and represent our lineage and our culture, because we think we got friends and allies. To your point, Gutter, you know, it'll be people from our stock. They may be lighter, they may be darker, but they're trying to infiltrate what it is we're doing. So now when we take it to the Asians and the Hispanics and all these other people that claim to have an alliance with us, how can we trust them when they haven't proven to us that they're even trustworthy?
This is the thing. And I think it's always us seeing that they like this is the problem. I think this is a big problem with us black people. We'll identify with somebody else's struggle and automatically want to champion it.
Right.
Because we went through that. All right, they going through the same similar shit. We gonna champion it. And it never be, I don't think that community really be wanting our help or really caring. Not wanting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll take it, but they wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? And then those few, like I said, it's the minority, it's the vast minority. You know what I'm saying? That see like, oh shit, yeah, these is our people. And don't look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because it might be a dude that he might not present as black, but he got a grandmother, abuelita, that he loved that identify as black. And he know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a connection. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it be, and that be the minority, and that's what people don't understand. The people in the Spanish speaking community, they understand, they know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they talk about it. They talk about it where they'll be in some place and their people will be surprised that they speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. My sister found us said, we ain't doing flat blackness no more. That's a fact. Because with Rashid Wallace said, he said that Spanish dude, He said, Poppy, you black? He said, yeah, but you black like these. You know, they identify as black, but they'll distinguish their blackness from our blackness. And that's all right. Because now, see, with the Asian people, and this is what's funny, because they'll cosplay our culture. They'll get locks, they'll get bantu knots, they'll try to get waves.
They got dancing, the dressing, bro. It's like you may see an Asian dress more like a nigga from the hood than some niggas from the hood, and they have absolutely no connection whatsoever to, like, I mean, dress like literally like as if
they from the hood.
Yeah, like they grew up in one of our neighborhoods. They got this complete outfit.
Yeah. And then when it's convenient, they can go back to their traditional culture.
Exactly.
We seen it with white people in the community, within the hip hop.
I don't think people realize, like, black dress, because I'm not gonna say hip hop dress, because like black dress, that's our traditional dress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whatever iteration it come in, that's our traditional dress, because we had to create our own.
Yeah.
We didn't have our own pattern, no tribal patterns that we could create, nothing like that. What we did is we created looks that everybody else copied. We may not have made and manufactured the garments, but what we did with the garments was our fashion, and everybody else copied. First, the white people in this country. Yeah, they was making the shit, but we styled it how we styled. You got to remember, the zoot suits come from us.
Yeah, the zoot suits, the bell dresses that the white men used to wear.
Bro, trying to imitate even the cowboy, the spurs, and all that come from us, my nigga. So that's what I'm saying. Like any fashion, American fashion, since it come from us. I wouldn't give a fuck what nobody say, because
that's a whole fact.
If you look at, like they say about cowboys, like they wasn't calling no white, they was cowhands. The cowboy look with the scarf and the spurs and all that came from niggas.
Yeah, and then they just jacked it.
Yeah, and then whatever iteration of fashion that became fashionable, it was.
Yeah. It became the flavor of the month.
Yeah, because we had our own way of doing something.
Yeah. So even when we protest, and it's funny how, as we watched the first video, the cop tried to tell us not to lose, how to protest. And this is something that I don't like, because even when the Asian people come here, it's almost like everybody got to talk down to black people on how we should feel when one of ours is deleted, how we should revolt, how we should respond. And that's an insult in itself. And I don't like when black folks try to, quote unquote, calm the community down, say, everybody stop the no.
I don't like that. Well, I already told you.
I know you know this song, but one of my favorite Ice Cube songs, tear this motherfucker up.
Yeah.
You know, in response to the
Rodney King.
To the Rodney King joint. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We always have to be mindful that these people are going to constantly treat us like this until, and it's no knock on us, but we got to get back into the spirit of who we are and resisting and fighting. See, you and I do that. The people in the chat do that. We need more people to stand 10 toes down.
We can't have it. Y'all not going to have shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to foot, y'all, we can't have it, you can't have it. We going to be the super haters. That's what we got to be. You know what I'm saying? Like when niggas talk about haters, like stop hating on each other. Like, hate on everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, your man New York is killing us in the chat.
Chat, y'all saw like Coach Tad with the box in the basement, and that was Samaj James backwards.
Yo, he said I was in the in that movie. Yo, shout out to New York, always giving comic relief. He said I was in the movie Long Shot. But yeah, Gutter, it's just crazy, man, on how so much of what we created get hijacked. So to see the Asian dude talk about the liquor store as if that's something we need, talk about the shower caps.
The nail shop,
the last time I wore a shower cap.
Listen, the nail of the hair shop is like, first of all, we have plenty of black people that know how to do these things. Like, do you honestly think Asians the only one will do pedicures and manicures? It's just that, like we said, for the most part, y'all are cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and they don't realize we don't got to talk to y'all. We have a language barrier, so we can just go in there and zone out, get our shit. We don't got to talk to y'all. Like if it's cheaper, like if we go to somewhere where people speaking English, you might have to conversate. You might not be in the mood to conversate.
Right.
You can go there. You already know how you like, man. I put my headphones in. Yeah, don't shut the fuck up.
Scrub my feet.
Yeah.
Scrub my feet. Quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is crazy because this is God. I say this is almost like a repeat. You know what I'm saying? Because this is literally our children. And shout out to Starry Eyed who made the comment. Ralph Lauren used to get a tinted Jeep and look at Brooklyn guys on the corner. He just reached the billions. Yeah. A lot of our styles was copied. In fact, he was trying to bring back was it Martha Vineyard or the Hamptons look? I forgot what look it was, but to emulate black preppies. Because another thing, they act like black people was always poor, like we never had businesses. That's why they think they can do what they can do to us, what they're doing to us.
See, this is the thing is, like I said, we got to always understand the media platform is the biggest link in all of that, how they paint us. Because a lot of these people only have contact with a certain demographic.
Yes.
All right. If you was broke, you got a subsidy from the government to come in a broke neighborhood to set up a business. You barely speak English. They putting you in a place where people is fucked up.
Yeah.
You take advantage of that and make your money. Now, not even one out of it's maybe 1 out of 10 people that come in the store is actually criminals.
Right.
So now you base a whole community off that one person. So now, why can't we do the same?
Yeah, one of y'all mess up, we saying this all y'all.
Yeah. You do it to us all the time. You do it to us all the time. One nigga stole out the store. Now you following every nigga come in the store. You already killed a young lady in LA.
Right.
That already happened. You know what I'm saying? That and the Rodney King was the reason for the riots. You know what I'm saying?
It's blatant acts of violence against black bodies, and it's just like, all right, well, it's just par for the course.
Exactly, like it's nothing. So now, if you feel that your community, by large, views us in that manner, then we're gonna view y'all by large in that manner. And those that take like collateral damage, like it is what it is.
Yeah. I like what our brother New York said. He said, yeah, but they don't speak about the girls getting fungal infections from them digging too far into people's toenails. Ladies, talk about it. And our sister Farnessa talks about the building owners raised the rent prices and ran our mom and pop store owners out of business, then gave those businesses to the immigrants that they put in our neighborhoods. And that is a whole fact. That is a whole fact.
And we know who the building owners was.
Right. We know who they were and we know who they are. Because sure enough, as we see every neighborhood getting gentrified now.
Right now. Yeah, doing the same shit right now. So it's always somebody outside of our community. But they'll get one or two coons that think about money as a over community to, get motherfuckers to sell shit.
Well, you know what, Gutter? That's what our sister Brooke and Sister K Fighter be fighting about when they go into these reparation hearings, because you got people that look like us and say they want reparations, but what they really want is a payout for them and their crew. And then they just be like, yeah, we'll control the Negroes, but hit us off with the bread. Hit us off our organization off. It's like, nah, I don't need you to collect my money.
No.
And I don't need you to allocate my money. I know how I'm gonna spend my money when I get it.
I wouldn't give a fuck if you gotta break down every single individual. Send a check, my nigga.
Yeah. But
that's
these are the problems we have.
Like, that's not all of it. Like we want that check, but it's other things that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't need,
as we see buildings getting built,
we need to put a moratorium on us paying taxes.
All that.
Yeah, we should be tax exempt for at least 50 years.
At least a minimum.
Yeah, minimum. Give us tax exemption for 50 years. So that gives us the ability with that money that we receive to build our wealth legitimately.
Yes.
So stop all the crime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though they don't want that, because you know the big business. See, that's what it is. Them big corporations don't like, nigga. That's one of the biggest businesses.
Yeah, and a lot of them got their money off of slave labor.
Yeah, that and pharmaceuticals. So that's the two biggest joints. And now with the digital currency.
Yeah.
That's one of them. But them shits is scams, if you ask me.
Yeah, a lot of it is scams. And that's the sad part, because it's another means of control. Because if they got the digital, if your money is digital, they could just stop it. Remember, if they felt you got your money by ill-gotten means, they'll just stop your cash at the bank. This is why our grandparents used to put money in the mattress, because they knew they couldn't trust the banks. Because even during Reconstruction, when we had our Freedmen's Bureau Bank, they just took the money and bounced. They just took everybody who put their money in the bank and
come and rob us.
Because even when you put it in the bank, they control it. And that's the sad part about it all. You know, so even with digital currency, they can just push a button and stop your money. Just like that. You know, so we got to be mindful, and we got to, first of all, adjust ourselves into being self-sufficient. Yeah. Stop relying on people outside of ourselves. And I know it sounds hard, but shit, we overcame slavery. We overcame a lot of shit. So it ain't nothing we can't do. We just got to stop believing in the lies that they tell, because it goes back to what you said, Gutter, when you talked about the narrative they create, because they don't have a real interaction with us except for the small amount of people they deal with in their community and that little, you know what I'm saying, and that little environment. But Black people, we so dope, and we broad. We become an array of levels of intelligence, talents, creativity, personalities. We all of that. And everything they saying that Black people need to do, because I get upset when they say, oh, y'all should get your own business. Every time we do, we got to fight, not only fight the new incoming immigrants, we got to fight the government that's supporting y'all, giving y'all the financial war chest to go against us.
These are new, like you said, newcomers. And when I say newcomers, post 1965.
Yes.
So you've only seen the after effects of what the government already pulled off on us. So now, not realizing you the buffer class, that they're gonna put all you in place of what we already had in order to keep us still couldn't do it.
Right. Right. I always suggest that Black people study successful Black people. You know, people like Reginald Lewis and the likes, you know, who own Beechnut, because they always want us to study a victimized portion of our story. And granted, fucked up shit has happened to us, but we have done some super dope shit. And a lot of people don't know. Like, you know, Gutter, I know. We got intelligent, sophisticated audience, so they know.
All the dope shit in America we did, nigga.
Exactly. We ain't just been victims of these people aggression, because we kicked ass too.
It's just that,
and that's
the only drawback of all our dope shit is we was getting financially robbed. See, that's our only that's the only thing with our legacy with that needs to be fixed. We just got we did everything, my nigga. The train, the train, you wouldn't be the train, the elevators, lights. You know what I'm saying?
Ironing boards.
It's so much shit.
Damn ashtray, a doorknob.
Yeah, it's so much. It's so much shit that we invented that is not known to the masses.
Yeah,
then they would be like, God damn.
Black people did that.
Yeah,
Black American people did that.
Yeah, they did that. They did everything.
We built
just
this
think
country.
Just think about all the advances in anything. It was a nigga.
Medicine, Henrietta Lacks. NASA, it was the sisters. And NASA, it was the black women. Whether they made it to the moon or not, whether they sent the people to the moon or not, I don't know. But
Charles Drew.
That's right, Charles Drew. So much stuff in medicine. Yeah, so much dope shit that we've done. And it always gets swept under the rug because it gets overshadowed with the idea of victimhood and victim mentality. And like I said, fucked up shit happened to her, because it's sad that this young
always like
man got killed.
Portray us. Like, all right, this is how the media does it. The media portrays us this way, and it's like, yeah, they've been here all this time and they still haven't, you know what I'm saying? Right. So now they haven't
pulled themselves up by the bootstraps.
They show the masses, oh, like they useless. Like, what the fuck? So why we gotta respect them? So we don't have to respect them when we come over here. Look, they've been here all this time when they don't see all the massacres, they don't see all the inventions, they don't see all of that. So they come over here ignorant of
our accomplishments.
The accomplishments we made. Know that not just that grew the country.
Yeah.
Beyond the fact of 250 years of enforcement
that made America a superpower.
Yeah, that gave him financial standing to battle with European countries during the Civil War. Because remember, the South was selling cotton to Great Britain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the North had financial power because their industry had built. That's why they wanted to phase out the South. They already had the industrial area going on in the North. They ain't go fuck about them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Right. They just wanted to keep the shit together. Yeah. They wanted to industrialize the South.
Right, because they was getting free labor still.
Exactly.
Hand over fist.
Yeah. So, nigga, if you make sure, boom, if it's working right, we can keep this shit together.
Yeah. Yeah. I like what our sisters Vanessa said. We have to stop being accepting of people, inviting them to the cookout like suckers. And I agree with that 100%. One thing that I knew we had pride in is vetting people. Anytime somebody came into the fold that was new, who's your people? Where your people from? And we did an assessment like that. And you met with the council of elders. Got to think. I don't know if you had to go through this. I know when I was young, anytime I met a female, before I could take her out, I had to go sit with her family. Not just meet her and before I could tell that boy to come in here. You came in the house, you sat on the couch, and the family grilled you. Who your peoples? Where they from? Why? Because if anything go wrong, we got to know how to track you down. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't have no type of ties to you, if you don't have no connection, how could we really bond? And that's something that we've forgotten how to do. We forgot how to vet people. Got to, in the hood. A person can't just come on the block and start hanging with dudes. Nah, like, who mans is this? Who mans is this? That's what that come from. Like, you got to get vetted. Who gonna vouch for him?
Well,
who know his history?
Down our way.
Yeah.
can you take jokes? If you got thin skin and you sensitive, you're not gonna last long anyway. You ain't got to worry about that. You got big feet, big ears, something like that, buck teeth, cock. Yeah, niggas is gonna roast you. So you know what I'm saying. If you can't, know what I mean?
Yeah. But Gutter, we got about 5 minutes left. What's something you want to leave the people with before we get out of here and start our day with the family?
I mean, for our people, take homeboy challenge. Don't fuck with this shit. Yeah, just take a challenge. You know what I mean? Don't fuck with and see, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to use the whole Asian community as if, nah, my nigga, stop. Right. We talking about Asian Americans. We're not talking about no Asians outside of America. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying? Even though they got issues in their country where they got anti-blackness issues, but we're talking about what goes on in America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, I'll still go to China and buy some shit.
Yeah. Because it's economically feasible for you.
Yeah, exactly.
What you're doing, yes.
Yeah, but my shit is gonna be for black people. So the fuck out of here. Don't try that. Nah, nigga, we gonna watch Sony's and all that shit. Yeah, nigga don't want no Hyundai or Accord.
I'm about to say crash a Honda.
Yeah, nigga ain't thinking about that. But yeah, take it, accept this challenge. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking with they nail shops, they restaurants. I ain't really fuck with they restaurants in a while anyway. And not because of, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't want to eat that shit. They don't eat that shit.
Yeah.
So.
No doubt.
Yeah, if you ain't eating the shit you cooking, then.
And that's something we got to do too, Gutter, right? As a community, get back to cooking our own food, because we do have a health crisis too. Like, we control what goes in our body and in our minds, so and in our spirit. So we got to be mindful.
Is like we have to learn how to grow some of our own food, at least herbs and some vegetables and stuff like that, so our kids can grow up eating a lot of vegetables instead of junk food all day. That's mainly what we eat, even when we go in these restaurants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We eating fast food all day.
Right.
You know, I walk the streets with, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the youngsters. So I see them. They running in Mickey D's, Wendy's, and all that shit all day.
And having diabetes by the time they're 25, 30. You know what I'm saying? From eating food with no nutritional value. You know, that's something I've learned from Dr. Amos Wilson, reading the developmental psychology of the Black child. It's the first time I was introduced to the two types of malnutrition, qualitative and quantitative. He said a lot of times we hear malnutrition, we think quantitative, like not enough food. But he said there's qualitative malnutrition where you eating junk.
Yeah.
Eating junk, no vitamins, no minerals, nothing to help develop the young mind and body.
Motherfucker talking about them ramen noodles.
Yeah, all that sodium and MSG. We stay off of that.
So you know, we deal with a lot of stuff that we shouldn't be eating, but because it's economically sound for your pockets, for your budget, you know, that's what I said. If you get a little pot in the crib and grow some, some type of vegetables, bell peppers, whatever. I mean, that you constantly have vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Fresh vegetables that that shit ain't sprayed too.
Right. Because you grew it yourself. Well, Gutter, it's 3 o'clock just about. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and rocking out with us. You know, we definitely appreciate all the usual suspects who tapped in today. Hopefully you're inspired by something you heard here today. It's your turn to go out and inspire others. And if you walk away with anything, like Gutter said, man, accept Homeboy's challenge and boycott those businesses. You ain't got to do it forever, but let's make a statement that we stand in solidarity and we won't tolerate being mishandled and shot in the streets like common criminals or dogs. All right. And don't forget to check out our sister K Fighter and myself and the rest of the team on Thorough Black Talk Worldview every Thursday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. All right. So we catch y'all next week. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay true, and we'll holler. Peace.